Imagine getting paid just for sharing your thoughts on products and services you use every day. With Survey Junkie, it's that simple. Click on the link in the video description to discover how you can start earning today by taking surveys.
Timothee Chalamet and Elle shared a sweet moment as they filmed an outdoor scene for the upcoming biopic, A Complete Unknown, on Tuesday. The two acting titans gazed into one another's eyes as they sweetly laughed in front of an apartment building in Hoboken, New Jersey. Wonka star Timothee, 28, embraced his inner Bob Dylan with a retro-style ensemble as he wore a pair of classic denim jeans and a flannel shirt. He channeled the iconic folk singer, turned rock icon as he smoked a cigarette and rocked a mass of curly brown hair. With his arm wrapped about his co-star, they looked comfortable on set as Elle, who plays Susie Rotolo, Dylan's girlfriend from 1961 to 1964, nestled under his chin. Elle looked very casual for the day of filming as she wore a pair of knee-high boots, loose-fitting jeans, and a fur-lined retro brown suede coat. A Complete Unknown, which is directed and co-written by Logan and Ford V, Ferrari filmmaker James Mangold, traces Dylan's move to New York City. The film follows his artistic development in the first half of the decade, which saw him move from protest and folk songs to forming a band and going electric. Bob's move was controversial at the time, and he angered many fans of his more introspective folk music with the turn toward rock, though he would go on to record some of the greatest albums of the decade in short succession after the transition. Timothee and Elle were also seen switching up their ensembles later in the day to film a different scene in the city. They were spotted enjoying a stroll around the city as Timothee held a large brown leather guitar case. Holding hands, the acting duo were seen grinning toward one another as they graced the streets of New York. It's not clear what year the Complete Unknown scene is set in, but Dylan's attire and shaggy hair suggest that it might be toward the end of their romance. A Complete Unknown, which is directed by James Mangold, officially commenced filming earlier this year in March. The anticipated biopic is based on the 2015 book titled Dylan Goes Electric, which was written by Elijah Wald. The premise is, at the Newport Folk Festival in 1965, a young Bob Dylan shakes up his act on the folk music scene by going electric and siring rock as the voice of a generation, defining one of the most transformative moments in 20th century music, per an official IMDb synopsis. Along with Chalamet and Fanning, other stars that have been cast in the project include Edward Norton, Monica Barbaro, and also Dan Fogler. Dylan himself also gave a few notes in regards to the script ahead of filming, and director James Mangold opened up about the biopic on the Happy Sad Confused podcast last year, per IndieWire. I've spent several wonderfully charming days in his company, just one-on-one, talking to him, he expressed. I have a script that's personally annotated by him and treasured by me. He loves movies. The first time I sat down with Bob, one of the first things he said to me was, "I love Copeland," Mangold recalled, referencing to his 1997 film starring Sylvester Stallone. By the way, it's not really a Bob Dylan biopic, the filmmaker explained during the episode. The reason Bob has been so supportive of us making it, is it's about, as in all cases I think of the best true life movies are never cradle to grave, but they're about a very specific moment. A Complete Unknown, which is co-written by Jay Cox, does not yet have a release date.